Abernathy was still in the room. He was finishing shaving. And Martin was greeting people in the courtyard. We're up on this level and he's down. We're on the, and other people in the courtyard. He saw Jesse Jackson. He said, Jesse Jackson, don't take that whole band to Kyle's house. Jesse brought a band down from Chicago. He said, I'm not taking the whole band, but I want you to meet the band leader. He grew up in Memphis. His name is Ben Bryant. He said, well, come on. So they started walking towards the balcony. Martin was standing here and I was standing here. He saw some other people. He said, hello, are you going to lunch? You going to dinner? Whatever. And he was speaking. I turned to walk away and go down the stairs. I said, guys, let's go. We have a rally tonight. Jesse was down on that level. Martin was leaning over the railing, talking to Jesse and Ben Branch. And that's when the conversation about Precious Lord came up. I didn't hear that because I had walked about 5 steps away. I got about 5 steps. A shot rang out. Kapow! I looked back and saw that he had been knocked from the railing back onto the floor of the balcony. I rushed to his side. There was a gaping hole in the right side of his face. There was a bigger wound under his shirt I could not see. The bullet, it's called a dum-dum. It heats up as it goes through the barrel of the gun, I'm told. And it comes out, it mushrooms, it's not straight. So it went down into his chest and tore all of his chest out and severed his spinal cord. I ran in the room to call an ambulance. I picked up the phone. The phone, you have to use the operator. They didn't have dials or buttons. So I was beating on the wall saying, answer the phone, answer the phone, answer the phone. When the operator heard the shot, she left the switchboard, came into the courtyard, and when she saw that Martin had been shot, she had a heart attack and she fell on the spot. She died a few days later. I ran back outside the room. The police were coming. I hollered to them, call an ambulance on your police radio. Dr. King has been shot. And they responded, where did the shot come from? And there's a famous picture of us pointing to the building across the street. They came and secured the balcony and stopped people from coming up. Several had already come up. They stopped others from coming. And then I took a spread from one of the beds and covered him from his neck down. It was like I was having a nightmare, but I was awake. I was doing what needed to be done, but I wasn't aware of what I was doing. I'm shaking my head. I gotta wake up. I know this is a nightmare. The nightmare was that I was already awake. And it was unreal. The ambulance finally came and I told them what hospital to take him to. Blood was everywhere, just bloody. They took him to that hospital. We got somebody on the switchboard. I told Jesse Jackson to call Mrs. King, and I called my home. And we waited, and we waited. And finally the word came that we lost him. And after 38 years, I have no words to describe how I felt. And for a very long while, I could not talk about it. Here is a man with an earned PhD degree at 28, a Nobel Peace Prize, the youngest at that time to ever get one, 34. Here he is with all of these skills, oratorical, off the chart. All the things he could have been, university president, UN ambassador, huge churches all over the world. And he dies on a balcony in Memphis, Tennessee, helping poor people and garbage workers.